No. We ain't wrestling. This is big for him. Listen. He's swinging for the fences. Jump.
Well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis.
Do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skill.
Floyd Mayweather could hardly believe his eyes. Moments earlier, Gervonta Davis was sparring with his usual calm confidence, almost like it was just another light session. Then suddenly, boom! The much bigger fighter crashed to the canvas in slow motion, as if the air had been sucked out of the room. For a moment, the entire gym went silent.
Then I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight.
Heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this. I'm like, I thought he died. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he died.
Floyd, normally the calmest presence anywhere, suddenly wore a look you don't see often. A mix of disbelief and pride that said, wait, did that really just happen? It was that rare moment when even the master is caught off guard, like a scientist watching an experiment blow up in front of him, only to realize it worked flawlessly.
2 heavyweights he knocked out, dropped.
I don't drop no names.
No names. I'm about the situation. So he spars one.
Hit him with a body shot.
Went down.
And I'm talking 200 plus pounds. And the other one he hit with a headshot.
And he went down too?
And he went down.
But people don't expect a guy 130, table it.
Matter of fact, right. And I'm not just exaggerating because Tank is our fighter. Tank has it. Punching power. I don't know where it comes.
Tank didn't celebrate. No flex, no grin, not even a blink. He just took a step back, gloves hanging low like it was all routine. That's what happens when perfect timing meets pure power. And for Floyd, a man who's witnessed every punch, every angle, every legend to ever lace up, that was the moment he knew. Gervonta Davis wasn't just a student anymore. He was a walking highlight reel, bending the laws of physics one punch at a time.
You were introduced to a lot of people when that clip of you sparring Tank was released, right?
He doesn't give off a genuine spirit to me. So he's just very emotional, kind of angry, kind of guy.
Was he like that with you after you touched him up, or just before even?
Yeah, I mean just the whole sparring really.
There's a part in the clip he hits you when you're down, and then he turns around, and I think you hit him.
Yeah, sparring, he was just kind of just doing little dirt.
And here's the crazy part: that knockout wasn't some lucky shot. Gervonta Davis chooses to spar with heavyweights on the regular, not for cameras or social media hype, but because he craves real danger in the gym. His mindset? If he can stand toe-to-toe with a 230-pound monster throwing bombs, then no one in his own division can shake him.
In his career, Tank can fight at 140, 147. He has that power.
I think he could be multiple champion, maybe in 54.
Oh, yeah.
Now, one time he went to a gym in Memphis, sparred 4 guys, broke 4 noses in one afternoon. Do you have other examples of things like that Tank did in boxing?
Since he was a kid, man. When Tank was 14 years old, he was sparring state champions, man, and grown men.
And you can tell it pays off. Watch how he handles pressure. Cool, steady, never rattled, even when opponents try to muscle him around. That's the kind of composure you only earn from trading shots with giants. These sessions aren't light work either. They're full-speed chess matches where one wrong move can have your mouthpiece soaring into the crowd.
In the corner, and he threw a 1-2-1-2, and I was blocking it, but then he started pushing my head, he was purposely pushing me down. He pushed my head all the way down, and then he was hitting me on my back. So then everybody was like, hey, what you doing? So then I got up, and he asked me if I was good, and then right when I said I was good, he just started hitting me. And he turned around because everybody was like, what are you doing? And then I just hit him. Like I said, protect yourself at all times.
But that's exactly what fuels Tank, the chaos. He feeds off it. Every sparring session is like an experiment, a test to see how far timing and power can stretch when fear's completely gone. After watching him fold heavyweights as if they were part of some illusion, the scene shifts to Calvin Ford's corner. And just like that, the atmosphere flips from raw spectacle to pure calculation. You can hear it in Ford's tone, strategy taking over adrenaline.
That's my partner, Coach Kenny. I don't look for knockouts. I want to be able to punish him so bad where he look over and say, yo, you're a beast.
So, you know when you're training him, because you know he's got that lights off power, that one where if you don't belong in there with him, you won't belong in there with him. Is that something that you don't work on? It's like, that's there already. If you
work on the stuff that I need to work on for what particular opponent I'm in front of.
Calvin isn't chasing viral moments or highlight clips. His mindset is different. He's shaping Tank to teach Jake Paul a lesson, not just drop him for the cameras. And when the man who's molded Tank since day one says the goal isn't a lucky knockout but a systematic breakdown, you take that seriously. The way Calvin sees it, Jake might bring attention and noise, but Tank's bringing discipline and destruction, the kind that comes from old-school fundamentals. Controlled pace, body attacks, exploiting weaknesses. The stuff that doesn't trend online, but ends fights and careers.
I think he's underrated in that aspect of his game. Not that it matters, but do you think he is?
To tell you the truth, I want them to keep being the way they are. I don't want him to be the way they want him to be. Like at the end of the day, long we keep getting great results. Yeah. The results and the numbers will speak for itself.
It's almost funny thinking Jake's walking into this like it's just another appearance. The way this camp's operating, it feels more like they've turned the gym into a classroom and Tank's about to hand in his final exam. Whether the entertainer can survive that lesson is another story, but I'm siding with Calvin on this one. Don't expect a flashy show made for clicks. Expect a technical masterclass that'll make people question why anyone believed a performer could outlast a fighter forged through real grind and real punishment.
Sometimes losing because they don't realize that Jake actually takes it serious. So this is good to hear. Just already right off the rip, they were already doing something.
Surprised. So tell me, when did you hear about this?
They've been going back and forth for years, Tank and Jake. They've been going at it for years, and it would have happened sooner, you know what I'm saying? But we have hiccups in life.
So after hearing Calvin Ford make it clear that Tank's not chasing a quick knockout, but planning to dish out a full-on lesson to Jake Paul, we shift over to Gabe Rosado, and he's keeping it real. Gabe's basically raising a caution sign saying, Tank better stay sharp because one mistake and Jake could turn the lights out. You can feel the tension behind his words. He admits Tank's got the skills and experience, no doubt, but Jake's got that size, that reach, and that raw power you don't run into every day in Tank's weight class.
Man, he making 40 mil is what I hear. Get your money. Because listen, this sport is brutal, dog. We got hustle and bustle. And to put yourself in a position where you can make that kind of money, you can't be mad at Tank. Make your money, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, who gonna feed your kids? Who gonna take care of your family? Who gonna take care of you? So I ain't mad at Tank. Get your money.
Gabe's insight hits different because he's actually been in Jake's corner before. He knows how that camp thinks. His message to Tank is simple. Don't underestimate the science behind Jake's power, because one wrong move could change everything. And honestly, he's not wrong. This matchup feels like the perfect clash of polished technique versus raw, attention-grabbing power. That mix creates real suspense. Tank's legacy is built, but Gabe's warning reminds us that boxing can flip in an instant. One punch, one lapse, and the story changes. That's the beauty of the sport. It's chess with gloves, played at the speed of chaos.
We're talking about Jake Paul, 200 pounds is a heavyweight. If one of those shots let go, and you gotta remember, what Tank is not used to is the height and reach advantage. So maybe Tank could drop and think he's away, but Jake got that extra 3-4 inches that Tank ain't used to. It can catch him. That could make a difference. But at the same time, Tank could punch too. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tank hurt Jake.
So after Gabe Rosado broke down his take, warning Tank not to underestimate Jake's reach, size, or that one-punch danger, we shift gears to Andre Berto, who keeps it real in the most unfiltered way possible. Berto basically says Tank isn't showing up to shake hands or make headlines. He's showing up to cash checks and close chapters. And honestly, I respect that mindset. After the drama from that Raleigh fight, Tank went through a phase where he felt like everyone turned on him. Fans, critics, even some in his own circle. He talked about walking away for good. But now that switch is off. No social media noise, no debates, just tunnel vision. He's stepping into Atlanta like a man clocking in for business. quiet, focused, dangerous. The mission? Handle Jake Paul, stack the paper, and walk out without saying a word. You can almost feel the money energy in the air. And honestly, it's the perfect storm. Elite skill, cold confidence, and a business mindset sharper than a left hook.
Paul and Gervonta Davis. Wow. Wow, that sounds crazy. That sounds real crazy. But doing it in Atlanta was a very smart strategic move. Because one thing about Atlanta, I lived in Atlanta for a good 4 to 5 years, but I know one thing when it comes to us, anything that's popping in the city, they coming out. They coming out. The city is coming out.
And when you talk about Atlanta, Berto couldn't be more right. This isn't just another matchup, it's a moment. The whole city's going to be buzzing. Every seat filled, the lights blazing, and the air thick with real boxing energy. Jake Paul's about to walk into something he's never truly faced. A crowd that lives and breathes the sport, not the spectacle. Berto nails that balance between hype and hard truth when he says this isn't just about throwing hands, it's about mind games. Tank's not chasing headlines, he's crafting a message. You can boo, you can troll online, you can question the fight all you want, but when the bell rings and the dust settles, Tank's the one cashing out while Jake's staring up at the ceiling lights wondering what just happened. The way Berto lays it out, you don't just watch this fight, you feel it. The noise, the pressure, the chaos, all of it coming together like the calm before a storm that's about to break loose.
The city will be coming out. It's going to be packed. A packed house in Atlanta to come out. But of course, support Gervonta, because like I say, Jake ain't never in his life going to see a stadium so filled with black people in his life. You know what I mean? They coming out. It's going to be crazy, right? I see a lot of people in the comments, of course, they're upset about it because we're true boxing.
All right, let's break this down for a second. Because the whole Tank versus Jake Paul thing is pure, calculated madness dressed up as a boxing match. Why is it happening? Simple. Tank's chasing the money, Jake's chasing the spotlight, and fans? They're here for the chaos. But make no mistake, Tank's not walking into this as a sideshow. He's a reigning world champion making a business move. It's the new era of boxing where legacy meets leverage. Call it Boxing Economics 101. See, after that tough Roach fight, Tank had a lot to think about. His legacy, his motivation, even whether to hang up the gloves. But this fight, this is his way of taking the narrative back. He's not just cashing in. He's reminding everyone he's still the headline, still the draw, and still the danger.
I'm not surprised that he made a fight like that happen. Because he doesn't care what you think anymore. Gervonta does not care what y'all think anymore. The way he felt after that Roach fight, how he felt like everybody turned on him. He was already talking about retiring, and he hate this fight game now.
Let's take a minute to talk about that whole Roach rematch situation, because that fight really tested Tank on every level. The pressure was heavy, the doubt was loud, and for a moment, he looked like a man questioning everything he'd built. But stepping in against Jake Paul? That's not just another payday or viral event, it's therapy through combat. This is Tank's way of unloading all that frustration. From the Roach fight, from the critics, from every headline that said he was finished. And Atlanta? That's the perfect arena for redemption. The energy, the crowd, the lights, it's not just a fight night, it's a statement night. A reminder that Tank Davis isn't just back. He never left.
This man just going to get the bag. He don't care what you think. He's going to go in there and get the bag, and I know Al Heyman. Al Heyman, I already know Al said, you know what? Forget what they talking about. I'm going to send you to the bank. I'm going to send you to the bank and make sure you get paid, and whatever you want to do after that, that's your business. But let's go get this money.
That wraps up today's breakdown. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates from the boxing world. Stay tuned. Until next time.